Are you going to buy something such as Plex? Always enter code Aceface into the Creator Code tab here. This makes it so that 5% of the earnings go to me and doesn't cost you anything extra. I would appreciate it a lot. Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We have some unfortunate news. So I've been talking a lot about a Kestrel fit that I've been using for T0 base, and I've namely died. I've namely died to the one and only Skybreaker Dispower Troop. I wanted to show this to you guys, and I also want to point out that the fit has worked well. You see here, I've got 26 million plus some items in the cargo, but it did not work out good against the Skybreaker Dispower Troop. So this is the fit that I was using previously, and we're testing a new fit to see if that works. I'm a bit hesitant that this one will work, but we'll see. This is the one here that I was using, and the issue I had was that I did not have enough DPS. The DPS was just not enough to kill him and also survive myself. I could have killed him, but I didn't have enough tank to survive too long, because the issue was I was getting through his tank slowly but surely. However, he was doing quite a bit of damage and also slowly but surely getting through my tank as well. And it was going good until I had to reload, and then just suddenly half his HP would regen back up because my DPS was just ever so slightly above his regen. So just a little bit of pause of the DPS made a really massive difference where he suddenly regained a bunch of HP. And I even recorded it. I wanted to show you guys here. Here he is. So I just go in thinking that, oh, it's going to turn out well. We've got quite a lot of tank on this Kestrel and also 80 plus DPS, which should be enough. I calculated that that's enough to take out his tank, which it was. It was enough to go through his tank, but it was slow. And there's a bit of an issue when you can't fully tank him. So there could be either an option. There's two options we could do. We can go with more DPS and have an increased likelihood of taking him out, or we could buff our tank even more and completely like face tank him so we don't have to worry at all about it somehow with like an active tank or something. Initially here, I was very hopeful. I was thinking, oh, it was going to go really good because look here. You see here? Look at his HP. It almost straight away just goes down very quickly. So I was thinking, this is going to be no problem. So I was really confident in the beginning, thinking, this is going to be no problem. But then look here. As it continues to go on, his regen starts to ramp up with that shield booster he's got, and just goes up and down. I was thinking, okay, it seems good. You see, look at our HP. We've got maybe 20-15% we've lost, and he's almost a half HP. But it doesn't turn out to be very good right here. Look at that. He's regenerating so much. Crazy amount of regen he's able to get. And he is slowly but surely able to get through my tank, and I'm not able to regen the same degree that he can. I was thinking, okay, maybe we'll get through him. Maybe I'll get through him. And also, I think that probably something that's kicking in here is that the passive regen of his shield is probably becoming a bit stronger than when it gets the lower in his shields, because he's using an active tank, but he's also got a little bit of passive tank. But our passive tank is also going to be strong as well. But like, look at that. Our shield is now half HP. He's just a little bit under half HP, so he's gaining on us. He's gaining on us, and he doesn't have. We don't have that crazy HP boost that he does. I'm getting a bit annoyed here, looking at what kind of resistor they have. Are we using the wrong resistor or something? But no. Yeah, you can see what's going to happen right here. So then this is what killed me here, having to reload. See how my ammo load is getting in the end, and then I have to reload. And I actually wanted to change to the thermal, because the thermal was a little bit better against the Skybreaker, because EM and thermal are as good against the Skybreaker. They're both the two best resistors to go up against him. However, his armor HP has lower thermal resist. That's why it's better to go with thermal there. And look at that. He regen so much HP in that small time I paused my DPS. And this part, okay, there's no chance. Just the sheer amount of regen he's got is so good. However, I do have hope that our new fit will be able to take him on. Look, as you see, you see, we get absolutely shattered here. Thinking that maybe we had a chance, but no, there was no chance. No, there was no chance. So this is the old fit we had. We had 84 DPS, so I altered it slightly. I've altered it so that we have 94 DPS. We'll see if this works. I'm not sure if it will work, but we'll see. So we've got a less tank than the previous one. This is 4.6k EHP versus 5.2k EHP, so a little bit less tank. a little bit less EM resist because I added a Calefaction catalyst. So instead of the Tech 2 EM rig, I've got the Tech 1 one. And then also I removed that extender rig that we had here in place of this Calefaction catalyst. But I think this might work because if we think of it like this, let's say we're doing perhaps, I don't know, 20 DPS more than his regen. If we add 10 extra DPS, that'll be, say, about 30 DPS when you take into account of his tank. So that means that we're almost getting like a 50% increase in actual damage done. Potentially, I've not done the actual math. But what I'm trying to say is every little extra DPS over his shield recharge is going to make a massive difference. Because we're just going to do so much more percentage-wise of damage there's going to be let through. Because you can think of it like this. I believe he has about 60 HP per second regen when you factor in the resist and everything. So every DPS above 60 is going to really make us so much quicker at destroying him. So even though we have less tank, I think we will be able to get through him. And it doesn't hurt to have extra DPS because then we're going to get through these sites a lot quicker. So that's what I was thinking we're going to do here. Just do a few sites. That's what I think we were going to do here. I just thought I was going to do a site or two. So that's what I thought I was going to do here. Just do a site. See if we can find him. Doubt we'll find him. But I apologize for you guys hyping you up about the fit a lot. I'm still very happy with this Kestrel. The fit and also the whole concept is using Kestrel. As you can see, it has obviously worked. Look at this. 26 million ISK. And we even lost a Kestrel that cost 10 million ISK. That's all things considered. And the only room that's killed us is that Skybreaker Disparer Troop. Every single other room has gone really well. So we'll see. We'll see. One of the rooms that was giving me a little bit of trouble were actually the Rogue Drone rooms. Not this one, but the one where you have a single Rogue Drone target. Because there are different Rogue Drone rooms you can have. You can get one Rogue Drone room like this one where you have two Rogue Drones, the Needles, the Spark Needle. But you can also have the Spark Lance, the Strike Lance, the Lance variant, where it says Lance. There'll only be one of them spawning, but they're a lot stronger. Very, very strong. So I thought they were the same, but actually they're a lot stronger. They have double the HP and also do much more DPS. So watch out for those guys. It came close to destroying me, but luckily I didn't bleed into armor. But they can be tricky, so keep an eye out for them. Use explosive ammunition is quite good against the Rogue Drones because the Rogue Drones' biggest HP pool are their armor HP pool, and their armor HP is really weak to explosive. So even though it'll take a little bit of time to take out their shields, but we'll get through the armor, which is the bigger HP pool, a lot quicker. An alternative could be to have a little bit of a middle ground, so you go for, like, say, kinetic, or yeah, kinetic would probably be a good idea, where you get through their shield a little bit quicker, but explosive is really good for taking out their armor. We got quite a lot of ISK with that, actually. 2 million from that one cache. But I really want to get a good Kestrel fit so that we can use this as a way to go from T0 to T6 very quickly in the future. What do we have here? FEL to say easy. Another idea could be just simply to buff up the skills of this character. I mean, if we were to buff up the skills, then obviously it would be much easier. I'm trying to use as little skills as possible. I used the 1 million skill link in the description. You can always find it there. And I've used a little bit, just under 400,000 skill points. So I could potentially use more. I could train more DPS skills and I could get more DPS, which would, I'm very certain, would just obliterate the Skybreaker Disparer Troop. But I'm trying to keep it as low as possible in case you don't use it, or in case you don't have as many skill points to spare, maybe used on something else. I think every skill point matters, so I'm trying to maximize what I've got right here. I think I can with the level of skill points I've got now. Otherwise, definitely a skill I would train is Rapid Launch. 3% straight up, 3% extra the DPS increase. And then we've got Missile Bombardment, which gets extra range, which is very useful because if you have extra range, then you can start doing DPS a little bit quicker. But also, especially when you've got the rockets with really short DPS, sometimes when you're orbiting around fast targets, you get flung outside your optimum range, sometimes for a brief second, and that'll occur quite a bit less if you've got further range. And as always, if you've got any suggested fits, let me know in the comments down below. It's very similar to the Manticore. The Manticore stealth bomb is based off of the Kestrel. If you go here, regional market and type. Go in information here. And click variations. See here, Kestrel is a variation of the Manticore. But I have otherwise been having a good time here in the darks. They have been working out really well for me. An alternative could potentially be to use the exotics. Exotics would destroy the Skybreak a lot easier. And we would kill stuff a lot quicker as well, to be honest. What's the price of them? Tranquil, exotic. Oh, they're not too expensive either. Could consider giving them a go. It's nice to have that good speed though. Able to avoid the damage a lot easier. Shoot some missiles here. But I would actually like to try that. Try some of the exotics. See how that turns out. Will be interesting to see. Because there we'll get a definitive DPS bonus across all rooms. The Skybreaker Disparer troop has a slightly higher kinetic resist than its EM and thermal resist. It will become about the same if you were to factor in the kinetic resist into its resist profile. It won't make much big of a difference when it comes to the DPS you do to that room in particular. Other rooms would make a difference. Okay, let's go to G to sell our loot. Just take everything apart from the Tranquil exotic. There we go. Okay, so just a little bit of test runs with the Kestrel. Ooh, nice ISK. Earning quite a lot of ISK with this T0 Kestrel right here. This is a slightly DPS buffed version of the previous one we have, in hopes of killing the Skybreaker Disparer troop sooner or later. I'll keep you guys updated if I encounter it, and hopefully we'll be able to wreck it. If not, we'll see what we'll do. Maybe change Filament or give this guy some more skills, because I definitely think it's possible. I'm just wanting to see what kind of setup is possible with the least cost as possible and also the lowest skills as possible as well. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something new, learned from my mistakes too. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.